Rich Shea here, another unboxing, this time Marco Polo 2 in the service of the Khan, published by Z-Man in the United States, designed by Daniele Tascini and Simone Luciani, if I'm pronouncing those correctly. It's a follow-on to the original Marco Polo, and it's pretty similar in many cases. As you may or may not know, Marco Polo journeyed to the Orient, and while he was there, he ended up serving the Khan, touring around, checking on different things from, I guess, a Western perspective, and reporting back to the Khan. Then he went back to Italy, he wrote up his journeys, and people thought he'd made it up because it was so fantastical. And it wasn't until many years later they realized he'd actually done these things. Well, I'm not sure the game is super historical, but it does have realistic places. The map board's on the top. We'll open it up and look at it briefly. As you can see, here we go. You get most of it in the shot there. It has the places you travel, although there are some modifications. There are spaces on here where things happen. There are some of the places you go to have different kinds of one-time things, but other than that, the travel is pretty similar with, costs to travel, oases in the middle to make travel longer. There's a different thing. These are guilds. You have to have membership, have a guild token in order to use certain routes. I think they're all the water routes. Yes, the water routes have guilds that you have to be part of before you can use them. There's these spaces for doing things. They're down the bottom. That's traveling. I think this is picking up contracts. There's a space. There are some spaces to do picking up resources. The favor of the Khan, where you just get some money and camels. Where you have to use a bigger or equal number than the last person who did it. Put them in order. There are going to the money bag to just get resources, where there's an unlimited number of people who can go there. In the end game, there are bonuses for the number of different symbols your trading posts have, and you can increase it by adding +1 things. Each of the here's the monkey symbol. It's in Hormuz and Baghdad. If you have places in both of them, you're only going to get one of them. There's actually 1, 2, 3 monkeys. So there's a limited number of the symbols. They often repeat. So collecting those is a strategy to make you visit different regions. The board's pretty clear. It's big. And if you played the game before, you know that there are ways to multiple people can use the blue spaces by putting other dice on top. But there are spaces that are, I should unfold one. There are spaces that are brown spaces. Oops, here we go, brown spaces. Only one person can use each of those spaces. Okay, and then there are brown spaces up here. Here's some dividers. So the cardboard is moderate weight cardboard. As you can see, it's pretty well punched out. They just pop out. There's coins. I think that's the first player marker. Bonus markers. Here's a character. These are contracts. That one get popped out and popped back in. There are some variable tokens on what cities can do. This is a special kind of thing that goes on a city. It's a one-time bonus for the first person to get there. Okay, and there's a bunch of new characters to go with it. More of the same. Here's the oops. I think these are, I can't remember what they are. We'll find out when we get to the rule book. All right, these are guilds. Yes. So the guild starts off on that side. You get a +1 bonus. You spend some money, then you flip it over, and you get. Oh no! Well, it starts on one side and then flips over, but that's a guild thing. Oh, here's the instruction book where it's in the middle of the cardboard, which I guess is good to keep it from getting wrinkled or damaged in the box. And we'll just flip that open and go there. I usually like to start with that. It's laid out, it's sort of traditional thing where you have the setup numbered around sort of clockwise, and it goes through all the things you can do. Okay. City bonuses, city actions, camels. There's now jade, I think, is a new commodity, but many of the things, special offers that you can, okay, these are special offers for things you can get by going to places. There are 7 character tiles, all with special abilities. Each player has 5 dice, 11 trading posts that you can take off of there. Space for 2 contracts. Keep all your goods here on your player board. You start in Beijing. You get some gold cards, secret gold cards that you want to do. Then about the rules. Rules that are different or new in this one are marked with a coin. So the board has changes, but a game turn is essentially the same. Where on your turn you choose one or more dice and you place them on the board and then take the action. And then there are bonus actions that you can try to do. The board has books, the Khan's favor, guild seals, you pick the travel action, contracts, and special cities and city cards. So, and the bonus actions are, you can just finish contract, improve a guild seal, go to the money bag, re-roll a die by paying for that, or change a die result by 1 by paying for it, or take one of the black die if you can. So then they go through the actions. Books are something new. Spaces allow you to take goods, camels, and coins. They're just variable spaces, so the game is different each time you play it. Okay. There are free offers, offers you can pay for. Those are the ones that are even more variable. They get very different things put on them. The Khan's favor lets you just grab some money and camels. Special rules for the Khan's guild seals, how you get those, what they cost. Okay, there's 4 kinds. They have variable costs. Farmers, I think, are cheap. The Jewelers Guild is more expensive to get. You only get 1 of each guild seal, but they let you travel. You get a bonus when you improve them, and special cities give you even more bonuses when you use them when you have improved guilds. Travel is travel 1 to 3, or 1 to 6 spaces. You still have to pay the costs, but you have to spend dice to go on the travel space and then do the traveling. Then you're going to resolve your travel action where you place your die, pay the action space costs, then pay the travel costs. There's a cost between each space when you travel in this game, just like in the previous version. Move your figure and place 1 trading post, okay, at the place you stop at, okay. And you might get a bonus, or you might take the special thing. And some of the cities expose places, action spaces that you can use once you have a trading post there. So that is also different. Special things for going to Kashgar. There are a number of special rules on getting the outpost bonus, which is for the first person who gets there. Contracts, fulfilling contracts. It's like in the older game where you put a die in the contract fulfillment and you pay the cost of the contract, then you score the benefits of the contract. Okay. You can only have 2 contracts going on at a time. If you take another one, you have to discard one you already had. You cannot discard the one you just picked up. Some cities are special. Baghdad, Balkh, and Hormuz have both city bonus markers and their own action spaces. So there are city cards. If you have a trading post, you can use the city card to take an action. And then the bonus actions where you complete a contract, improve a guild seal, improve guild seal where you pay the cost and flip it over. Okay, the money bag. So I guess the money bag is, this is an important thing to remember. It costs you a die, but it doesn't count as your turn to go to the money bag and take either 3 coins, 2 camels, or jade, right? And then the other special actions are modify your die by paying camels, or take a black die by paying camels. A black die is a one-time use die. You take it, you roll it, you get to use it. It doesn't count as yours, so one of the things is you can only use a space one time during your turn, even if it's a space that other players could then use after you. But the black die is not really your die, so if you use it, it doesn't count as if you used your colored die. Anyway, so using an occupied action space, you have to pay a coin which is equal to the lowest value die that you place when you use it. Pay coins. Then black dice. There's a compensation rule if you get an especially terrible set of rolls on your 5 dice. Jade is wild. There's a different way to determine the first player. The game ends. Special rules for 2 and 3 player versions of the game. Setting up a new round. And then how a game round ends. Then a lot more coins, more player characters, city bonus tiles, guilds. Here's the green player board, room for 2 contracts. Your outposts. If you get the last, you go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then when you get the last ones, you score bonus points. Contracts, books, and money. All right. There's a supplement that goes over all the details because there's a lot of symbology involved, and you have to know how it all works. Like, these are things that happen. You receive them when you get them, and then at the beginning of each round. That's important for a lot of the bonuses. How the shields work. An explanation of each of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 characters in this. Also some rules on combining the games. A way to change the way the black dice work. More cardboard component pieces for the players. There's a lot of cardboard in this game, as you can see. I think there's like 7 sheets of cardboard. Colored dice for each player. These are wooden dice, not, they're lightweight, they're nice. The components, the player piece, the player trading stations, spice bags. Like the components come in 2 sizes, different denominations, 1s and 3s. So if I remember correctly, in the original game, the size difference between the large and small ones was less. Now the large ones are much, much larger than the small ones. So I don't think anybody's going to mistake a small and a large camel at this point, right? And that's a good thing. And small and a large. I'm not sure jade comes in larges. But, so there's the wooden components. There are a lot of those. There's 2 decks of cards. The large cards. These would be 1, 2, 3, 4 player cards. These are the these are the special player bonus cards that you keep secret. This would be like these 4 symbols count as 2 on the end, not just 1. So there's different combinations of those. Plus, I guess here's get 7 points for getting that guild upgraded. So a lot of them are 3 or 4 of the symbols and upgrade a guild. 4 point or 2 symbols and upgrade 2 guilds. So upgrade 3 guilds. Wow. And so those are the player bonus things. And the rest of these cards are, I believe, there's 2 kinds. These are, you've already gone around the track, so you record that you had 50 extra or 100 extra if you're really good at this game. And the rest of these are city cards, some of which are randomly put out on the board. So you can see they have only the first person who gets there use it action space, and the die you put on, you get twice as many coins as the value of the die. Okay, or a jade to make a move. Get a victory point for each of your trading posts. Buy some money, sell off a camel and a silk, camel and a gold, get a lot of money. Get not much money but victory points. So these shake up the game quite a bit. So that's Marco Polo 2 in the service of the Khan. I like the components, and I enjoyed the first game. I think I'm going to enjoy this game too. It makes things a little bit different. I don't know if it's more open or less. People seem to like it a lot, and there you go. I hope you enjoyed going through the components and a little bit about the gameplay if you haven't played the original game before, and some of the differences. So thanks for watching. Hope you're all doing well, and we'll see you again soon.